guys, welcome back to the channel. So I made it home from our meeting with FWC. It was really positive. Learned a lot of information, probably a little bit more than the typical Jeeper or off-roader would need to know. But FWC, the lieutenant and the officer that was there, had their biologist go through a bunch of PowerPoint presentations showing the history of the wildlife management areas around the local area in Southwest Florida. It's pretty interesting to learn how they were purchased and for what reason they were purchased, and their overall goal on what they're trying to do in these areas. So with Yucca Pens, because I know that's a pretty big destination for a lot of Jeepers. Good news is we are allowed to ride on the designated roads. They don't like calling them trails because they say they're not trails. They're actually designated roads. You can't go off, and there's significant fines if they catch you off the designated road. They're properly marked. We also introduced them to the Tread Lightly guys, the treadlightly.org. So they made a connection and started discussing any further signs. But I digress. But back to Yucca Pens. They do allow side-by-sides and any four-wheel drive vehicle, or pretty much any vehicle, to be honest. Most of those roads are very hard-packed. I mean, a two-wheel drive vehicle could surely go on it. There are some less traveled roads that might require four-wheel drive, but they strongly suggest, the reason why these roads are there are because they are trying to mitigate. Unfortunately, South Florida has very, very bad soil. So these pine trees, if they grow too close together, they like suffocate each other out, and they don't really grow. And some of these animals that they need or they want to help don't need some of these bigger trees. So they cut it down, either burn or use cattle. I know they said use cattle to keep this vegetation where it's very suitable for other animals. So anyway, there is absolutely no vehicle entrance to Yucca Pens off of Burnt Store Road for our local people. I know some people feel that it is, and they can, but FWC also mentioned that they do fix the fence on Yucca Pens property a lot, once a week. Some weekends they fix it 3 times. So they are taking steps to remedy that problem. So I want to pass along to everyone on social media. FWC asked me to. I want to pass it along that if they do catch you cutting that fence and entering that property that way, that is damaging state property and is actually a felony, and they will arrest you and bring you to jail, regardless of your age. So if you do get convicted of a felony, you lose your Second Amendment right. So I really wouldn't say it's worth it, in my opinion, for anyone that is doing that or was thinking about doing that. So just play by the rules, guys. Yucca Pens is open year-round. Doesn't matter if it's hunting season or not, for vehicle traffic. Babcock Webb is actually slightly different. They have certain roads that are open year-round, and then other roads that are only open during hunting season. So make sure when you enter that property at Babcock Webb, when you enter that property, you stop at either the Yellow Ranger or some form of information box. They have them at all WMAs or wildlife management areas, and find the rules for that area. And I say that with emphasis because each area has its own set of rules. And the reason for that is they have biologists that do research at these areas, and they monitor destruction or changes in environment, and they try to change things to help wildlife prosper. So they do that with the the monitoring of road traffic, vehicle traffic, hunting. They didn't really blame a specific group of people. They didn't blame the Jeep clubs. They didn't blame the off-road vehicles. They didn't blame the hunters, but they did show several helicopter pictures of these areas that were pretty damning. I could tell you, coming from a civilian in this matter, I mean, we definitely need to do a better job. There was some significant damage that they said may never be reversed. So it was a little upsetting to see that, you know, we're doing this to our natural resources and, you know, ruining it for future generations. So we need to definitely do better on that aspect. And I know some people just don't understand. They don't get it. They just think it's an area where they can do it, but it's definitely not. And you might ruin it for everybody else. So if you are an off-roader, please know where you're going. Please look into it. You could ask your local sheriff's office, your city police department, or better yet, reach out to FWC. I'll post their information or down in the description box, but it's really not that difficult. You can just go on their website and just Google any wildlife management area or anything and find out all their information. And you can download brochures. You can even download the maps of the open roads to your maps in your phone. I mean, they really try to do their best with what they got. I mean, all law enforcement is really suffering with personnel and trying to get people to do the job for the little pay that they do get paid. So it's tough on them, and so we gotta do our part to help out. So appreciate you guys coming back to us and watching the video. Please, if you haven't already, please hit that subscription button. It really helps us out. Drop a comment below if you like the video, if you want to see something else, or you have a question that I'll do my best to answer. And other than that, I hope everyone's going to have fun Jeeping with Judd this coming weekend. Me, Mari, Mama Beast, Papa Beast, and the Beast Den will all be there. So if you see us, come, stop by, say what's up, check the Jeeps out, ask any questions you want. We're more than happy to talk to you guys and do some wheeling with you. So other than that, we'll see you out on the trail.